to the E to the L to the U to the X to the E to the top. Smacking.
Hey there guys, Qwerty Afro here. Time to have a look at Bus Simulator 16. Now, I've been looking at this game through its development, and it caught my eye somewhat, but I'm like, the kind of look of it, it's kind of really generic to what we kind of expect with these kind of cheapy, and I say cheapy with confidence, but these kind of really tacky, cheapy, kind of cartoony, arcadey like bus simulators. There are loads of them out there, like European Bus Simulator, you have Bus Simulator 2012, City Munich Bus Simulator, etc. You have all of these kind of really tacky bus simulators out there, and then this one comes along and I thought, this could be maybe something interesting, because I like the kind of concepts and ideas that the developers at the beginning were doing to kind of set out to make with this game. So I kind of tagged along to kind of see where it goes, but now just more near to the recent fight, it's now released. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a go. That's my kind of thing. I'm gonna give it a go because many people have been asking me if I'll do the same, if I'll cover this game or whatever. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this as a series. If this is gonna be just like a normal Let's Play series or whatever. Maybe this is a one-off video. I don't know. Tell me what you think down below. Even though maybe this might be a bit trash, but if it's like playable, at least maybe we can go for it and try and, you know, build up like our company, etc. or whatever. But as well, there is a multiplayer series, and I've been thinking of maybe how I could actually maybe even do. I'm not saying it's a multiplayer series. It's multiplayer within this game, co-op/multiplayer or whatever. I was thinking, how can I actually incorporate this maybe into a series for the channel? Maybe possibly be, you know, doing making a company with some other YouTuber or whatever, and doing that or whatever. Or even possibly, I had an idea of actually making an alternate Steam account and making a company where I can add everyone onto that alternate Steam account, and then people can, you know, drive in this company and we can build up this company together. I don't know, tell me what your thoughts down below are, of like maybe of another, like we'll have the single player series which I'm starting now, and then maybe a multiplayer series, because obviously there's multiplayer in this game, so who knows. Anyway, before we get into it, shout outs do go to CrazyStobart and Trains and Electric Buses. That's again CrazyStobart and Trains and Electric Buses. Their links and stuff will be down below. So, new company. Well, I think we're going to have to go with something like Qwerty Lines. Something like that. Qwerty Lines. Yeah, I don't want to think too much about the name. The name really is not important. So, Qwerty Lines, enable bankruptcy, so we don't just basically go into infinite debt. Let's just make it a little bit challenging. Oh my gosh, just the music and this kind of like, look at this loading screen. Just, I don't know. I hope there's some good aspects with this game, because I really like some of the concepts, like with having the Steam Workshop, etc., with modding and stuff, can be really good and really powerful if people really do well. I didn't really like the fact that they went for a fully fictional city. I think with buses especially, you want something to relate to in a way, and having something driving around somewhere fictional, like, okay, cool, you can make believe it in your head that, yeah, I'm driving somewhere, but at the end of the day it's fictional. There's nothing really to relate to, say, to real life or whatever. And that's one thing I don't really like with simulators, because simulators are obviously supposed to simulate, you know, actual things, and a bus simulator, I would like to drive somewhere, you know, where it's actually real life, not somewhere that's just fictional and made up, if you know what I mean. Do you want to play the tutorial? Because I haven't actually touched this game at all, this is my first time actually opening it. Let's go ahead and do it. I do have my G29 all plugged up. I hope the controls themselves are all okay and set up right. I've just plugged it in and selected it to my G29. Hopefully I don't have to do any more tweaking, but if I do, I'll just pause the video and do it off camera if I need to. Anyway, welcome to Sunny Springs. A functional local traffic system is in the center of every city. As it happens, you recently acquired a small bus company. Thank you very much. In this tutorial, you will learn how to play the game, as well as how to perform many of the typical duties you will encounter as a bus driver. Ben, an experienced... Oh, wow.
Hey, over here.
Okay, didn't have time to read that, but that's fine. Use WSD, that's fine. FPS is alright, and like within 30s, 40s and 50s and up to 60s, but I've had complaints about people saying that this
Hey,
game is
my
not
name
that
is Ben. We talked on
optimized.
the phone. Nice to finally meet you. You're pretty punctual. I like that.
Wow, that was the most generic
I'm glad you
sentence,
decided to
and
buy
just
the company.
it sounded so forced. Like I
I'm
like
pretty
that.
much ready to retire, you know? Spend more time with my old lady.
That's not funny, mate. I think in this day
Here
and
we
age you
are.
can't really
What a
retire that
beauty.
early, mate.
So let's try it out before I hand you the keys. Why don't you open the doors so we can get in?
Okay, whoa, first camera. It's not as crazy as World of Subway's first camera, I have to say. Right, so click the button on the door. Hold the right mouse button to unlock the cursor. Oh, hello.
Take a seat. Don't mind me. This baby is yours now.
This baby, well, it's a terribly ugly looking bus with the game developer's logo on it, which is just, you know, okay, let's click on the seat, I suppose.
Now, let's
my
hear
God.
her purr.
Excuse me, I say let's hear her purr, thank you very much. Don't fucking copy my lines, sir. Right, turn the ignition on 3 times. Don't I have it mapped somewhere on my... No, I don't. Okay, that does the map. I don't know. I think I have to map certain keys to my steering wheel, but let's just use the steering wheel. So turn the ignition to N for neutral, I suppose. And
Nice. Oh man, I'll definitely miss that sound. Before we go, turn on your lights. See and be seen.
please shut up. And this is a sound you like to hear. It sounded like a kettle, mate. Like what the okay. Lights. No. Use the lights. Really have to actually find it. Where's the light? Oh, vehicle lights. Oh, G. Okay. Didn't I do it already? Oh, there we go. Well, it's middle of the day. Why do we need our full beams on? Okay, switch the in-bus lights on. There we go, and there we go. Close the doors. 1 and 2. Release the parking brake. Hopefully everything in my G29 is all set up to go, so yeah. That's alright, I suppose. There's a little bit of delay, a little bit of a lag time actually. Right, P. Use the mouse wheel to scroll into third person and... Okay, I don't like that. That's a bit of a weird control to go into third person. I'd rather like it having OMSI where you can just pick to go in third person. That could be a little bit annoying, a little bit fiddly. But so I have to zoom in to go back into first person. That's just a bit gimmicky. Anyway, use a WASD. Well, I do not have WASD. I have my G29, which hopefully will work.
If you think you're ready for a real run, let's head towards the exit.
Oh crap. What is this engine? Is this the exit? I'm supposed to go right. No, that's indicating left. Oh my god, wow.
Time to pick up our first passengers. I have a route prepared for you. You can use the GPS over here to guide yourself.
Well, I definitely do need a GPS in most of these games, so it's nice to actually have one. Even though do bus drivers have GPSs? I don't think so. I can hear people's footsteps. Like, what the hell? Is this bus using like 19th century insulation? Like, why can't I hear people's footsteps? Or the windows open or something like that. I can't move the only way I can move the camera is with my mouse, so it's a bit annoying that I can't use any kind of directional I can't use any directional keys like I would. Oh, we have to go. I can't use any directional keys I can do in OMSI, which is really annoying.
Okay, the first bus stop is coming up. Try parking as close to the sidewalk as possible and right in the middle of the stop. Passengers just love that. Oh, don't forget to put the right turn signal on.
Okay, I know how to drive. I've been in OMSI. Oh my god. It's a bit...
Great. Now engage the frequent stop brake, kneel the bus, and open the doors.
Alt. Wow. Okay. And then we... What's this? Oh, kneeling. F. Got that. And then doors, which I don't think I have
Central
mapped out.
Station, Junction Street.
Good day to you. Now to take off. It's the same process, but in reverse. Close the doors, deactivate kneeling, disengage the frequent stop brake, and use the left turn signal as you drive off.
Will do, mate. So, we close the doors. Deactivate kneeling. I like that it has kneeling, that's all good. I wish there was a center camera kind of button. Alt for the brake. And definitely need to map some things for the next episode. Oh, whoa. What's the... Oh my god. Reverse is flipping mapped to the brake.
Let me give you a piece of advice. Commuters love a driver who's always on time. And drivers love happy commuters. So try to reach each bus stop in time.
Can I
Next stop, Sky Arrow Tower.
That's a bit... I don't like the kind of thing where it pops up with the actual name of the station. I don't need to... I myself don't need to know what it is. The passengers only need to know it. Enable control speed. No, thank you. Cruise control? Like, this is a bit much now. We're going into coach territory here. But it's alright with the G29 actually right now that I'm using it. It's actually not too bad. The graphics are so-so. I'm not blown away by them. They're just this kind of cartoon. I like some of the kind of 3D texturing with like the trees. They're really nice. But everything else is kind of a bit distracting and kind of really bright in your face, if you know what I mean. Enable the right indicator. Oh. Yeah, I know what to do. I shouldn't have maybe played a tutorial. I should have been ballsy and right, and stop. Alt brake on and put kneeling on and oh god no, I don't want to zoom into the ticket yet.
Sky Arrow Tower.
Bad stopping position. Are you serious? That's pretty good.
Welcome. Please take a seat.
Excuse me, I'm the bus driver, mate. I have to welcome them. This guy's a bit of a cheeky arsehole. Right, right, can I zoom in somewhere? Right, close all doors. Things to get used to, definitely. It's not as confusing as OMSI, but it's fiddly. That's my kind of assumption so far. And if you're not actually hearing me speak a lot, well, I'm just trying to get used to this.
Hey, you seem like a really nice person. This business needs more people like you and me.
No,
nice
trust me.
people. And man, it can get to be very rewarding.
Yeah, I'm sure it can, mate.
This one time I was driving the bus through the city. It was an early shift and some kids were trying to get to school. Suddenly I pass out. I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty lucky those kids were riding with me that day. They reacted pretty quickly. One of them just took the wheel, turned off the ignition, and guided the bus until it stopped rolling.
What?
This other kid noticed I wasn't breathing. He quickly called the ambulance and tried performing CPR.
What?
It was all over the news. If it wasn't for those kids, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be retiring. If I was their dad, I would be really proud. Life, man, you never know.
Next
What?
stop, Cold Convention Center.
Okay. Like, that was just... You could tell that that was scripted in such a way, and it just sounded so robotic. Like, what the hell? The voice acting is just no. Please. Doesn't really need it, to be honest. It's just a distraction, and it actually just makes it just feel so cheap, this game. But so far... Stop here. Right. Nice. Does it.
A word of advice. Always kneel. Welcome. Please take a seat.
What do you mean always kneel the bus? We don't have to kneel it all the time. Not everyone's on a wheelchair. But apparently you will get wheelchair users in this game, so you will be able to, like, you know, kneel the bus down when you can, which is good, because that's something in OMSI, even though in OMSI you do have the ramps and stuff with the buses, you don't actually ever get wheelchair users to actually lower the ramp and stuff. Right.
Uh-oh. Looks like a door got stuck.
What?
This happens sometimes. Don't worry. For an old bus like this, it's normal.
This is
You'll
an
have
old bus?
to leave the seat and go to the door. Try loosening it up.
Okay. I guess this is a little bit different with OMSI. In OMSI, you don't walk around the bus, which is something. Let's look around. It's a pretty spacious bus. Detail is meh. Right. Is it? Oh, it's this door. I thought it was the back door. Right. So we unlock it manually. Relock. Or just do it like that, and then we go back to our seat, and then we press the door close button. Okay, doesn't relock. Is that enough? Close the door. Then what? Now close the door manually. I pressed the thing. Why isn't it unlocking? Okay, oh, so I had to touch the door for it. So I fiddle with the lever and then I have to
Done.
touch it.
Now just get back and let's keep rolling. Remember,
okay, mate.
you should never drive with the bus doors open. It's very dangerous.
No, it's not. It's kind of fun. Right, disable healing. Indicate to go. I don't really like how the side mirror is kind of zoomed in. Like, what's with that? I find that very distracting. Like, it just should show real time. It should just show real time, kind of like
Next stop,
zoom.
Junction Street West.
If you know what I mean. Oh my god. The trees really do look nice. That's one thing I actually really do like. The trees look really good. The detail actually in here is not that good. And I actually have to say the detail outside, like say with the foliage and stuff, is much better than the actual bus itself. Which is kind of like weird to say, because normally you don't get like, you normally get all the detail right in front of you, but with this it feels like the detail's outside. And I wish this was like a real kind of place I could relate to and kind of say if it's like kind of to scale or actually looks like the real life city or whatever. Right, this is fictional, so it can look any way it can, because it's not real. I'm going to be slightly late for this next stop. I don't like that time up there. That's like a little bit annoying. Like, why can't it just be on the ticket machine like an OMSI? Like, it's a bit annoying. It feels like it's just, you know, things on too much stuff on the screen. Anyway, our bus stop is coming up a little bit here. Right. And what's with the alarm? There's no fire on board, for God's sake.
A word of advice. Always kneel the bus before you open the doors. Passengers will thank you.
So they'll be like, Lord Qwerty, thank you for kneeling this
Good
bus for me.
morning. You need a ticket? One moment, please.
Oh no,
Look,
here we go.
a
Ticket selling.
passenger needs to purchase a ticket. You will have to operate the ticket printer and the cash
So
register.
you want a regular?
Good day, sir.
To finish with the ticket, just tap on print.
So we
Make
need,
sure to give the exact change.
we need 80. So mathematics skills are now back. 80 and 2. There we go. So mathematics
Awesome.
skills are back, because
You
you know
are
in
natural
OMSI.
at this. Let's head to the next stop.
I just don't like
Go
talking
tickets,
over him.
please.
Well, 2 student tickets. 2. Okay, no, I like the kind of thing with multiple tickets. That's pretty cool. €5. You want 20 back, 20 and 2. There we go.
Thank you very much.
You're most certainly welcome, but you were a little bit too enthusiastic for that, because I was right. That's it. I can zoom back out. I can close the doors, deactivate kneeling, and indicate to go. And we are.
What a beautiful city.
No, it's not, mate. That's one thing I completely Hello. Okay, cars have their own mind in this.
Next stop, Baccarat Street.
I have to say the sounds of the engine are just really poor, in my opinion. It just sounds like a washing machine, like a kettle between a washing machine. I don't know. Right, we're taking a left here. I hope, like, say something like Track IR would work with this game, because this so far is just like, eh. I want to move the camera. Well, maybe I can move the camera and just have an put it on as a mappable key or whatever. Anyway.
Baccarat Street.
Bad stopping position again. I swear these passengers are a little bit too opinionated for my liking. Just a little bit too opinionated.
Oh, another passenger needs a ticket.
Good day.
Oh, really?
Regular single trip, please.
You said that in such a weird way, like you're just not happy with life, and I can agree with you. You want a regular trip, and you want 80 and 2 back. There we go.
Thanks.
Sit down
Have
and enjoy
a
the
great
ride.
day.
Oh, thank you, you too. And speak a little faster, please. Anyway, this is the tutorial, so I do hope, like, in the actual kind of thing where we start playing by ourselves, that all these kind of...
You know, for me, the best part of this job is just driving down the street, meeting all these interesting people. It's fantastic.
no.
But boy, let me tell you, this job is a feat of patience. There are people, and then there are people. But you just go out there, do your job, and always keep a smile on your face. That's your best tool in this career, believe me.
Next stop, Garden
God, this
Lane.
buzzer! I don't
This is
care.
the last stop. Make sure to take all of your belongings with you before stepping off the bus.
Okay. There's too much going on. There is way too much going on to process. Like, I like the simplicity of OMSI where you're just driving the bus and that's all. That's the, you know, that's the important thing. In this, like, everything's buzzing at once, saying like yes, this. Hopefully, this is just a tutorial, so you know, it probably just means that, you know, it's just telling me loads of things to do, etc. or whatever. So I hope in the next episode where we get to, you know, do our company a bit and you know, expand it ourselves independently. Right.
A word of advice. Always kneel the bus before you open the doors.
mate.
Passengers will thank you.
Okay, mate.
Garden Lane.
And do I have to open all the doors? No, I don't. I want to. Whoa, that traffic there. I just want to, you know. I just want to open the back doors where people need to get off, to be honest. Right.
This is the last stop, everyone. Have a nice day. Thanks for riding with us.
Everyone's gotten off. Right. What do we do now? Has the tutorial ended? Do we have to drive back to the, I guess we have to drive back to some sort of depot, I'm presuming, or garage or something like that. Meaning off. Alright. Let's head back to where we were. And this hopefully should conclude the episode.
Let's head to the bus depot and end our ride.
Will do, will do. I'm sorry I haven't been really speaking too much about the game because I'm just trying to listen out for things and stuff like that, and I find games like this where it's just throwing loads of stuff at you in the tutorial rather distracting, and I don't like to speak. I want you guys to hear obviously what they're saying or whatever, but you know, it is a bit distracting, it is a bit overwhelming as well. I have to say it's not totally... This game doesn't totally suck. I can see this game working in some sort of strange way, but it's gonna definitely get used to me. And tell me your thoughts down below if you would want me to continue this as an episode. I'm gonna record a few anyway, and you know, just for purposes or whatever. But tell me what you guys think, because maybe in the future this could be actually something of an interesting game. Obviously, there's the Steam Workshop where people can, you know, do mods
Here we
and stuff
are.
like that.
Just park over there.
Over there is very specific. Oh, over there is in there. Right. Nice, he does it. We I don't like the physics of the bus as well. The physics of the bus are a bit weird and all jiggly and, you know. Right. And there we go. Stop the engine, which I do believe is... Was it N? No, it wasn't N. I'm just going to use... Oh no, I want to use the mouse. It is N. There we go. Well, I turned it off with the mouse, that's fine. Turn off the headlights. Turn off the passenger lights and every kind of
Well
light
done.
there is.
Now, over there is the office. Your office now.
Oh, my office. Right, so I'm guessing we get out. Oh, no. Hello. Right, so this is the
Hey,
iPad
Ben
we have that we
speaking.
sort everything out
I'm
on.
calling because I thought my experience would be really helpful for your new company. So let's get started.
Okay.
Right now, the city is in dire need of more public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
So many people, so few buses.
Definitely.
The mayor is giving incentives to new companies that are willing to work with City Hall.
I'm sure
Just
he
follow
is.
the requirements that you see in this list, and they will provide you with a new bus for the company.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that
very
great?
nice of them.
Anyways, now you know what to do. I'll call back when I have more advice for you. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Oh, right. Almost forgot. I sent you some notes on
Wow.
how to
Oh,
customize
right.
your buses. See you later.
Cool. Right, I'm going to leave it there, guys. That was my first look and first kind of video on Bus Simulator 16. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. So far, it's not, obviously it's not better than OMSI, but it's something to kind of play around, have a little play around and see if it gets better in its kind of, you know, due run, etc. And to see, like, say, if the stuff like the mods and stuff on the Steam Workshop can actually make this an interesting game, because I see the potential of something. It's an alright base for a game. I've seen kind of people saying on like reviews and stuff that it's good. I think the biggest problem is the optimization, where people are just not being able to run it on low end systems, and even on some high end systems where like the game isn't optimized yet. So hopefully maybe they could patch it in that kind of sense or whatever. But there's loads of other things to check out, as well as like the multiplayer. As I said, I don't know how I might want to do a separate series on that from the single player, where maybe we could possibly, well, I can make an alternate Steam account, and I can make a, you know, a company. You guys can add that Steam account, and then you guys can, you know, if you have this game, you can drive for my company. We can do that. I could maybe try it out with another YouTuber to do like a dual series on this if they have this. Possibilities there and whatever. I'm going to sort of continue this as a little mini kind of play series or whatever. I'm going to record a few videos and see where it basically goes in building this kind of bus company in Bus Simulator 16. But tell me definitely your thoughts down below. I'm not overwhelmed by this. I just think it's kind of like, yep, it's a release. I think it's a little expensive for like 18. The starting price is like £19, but now they've reduced it to like £17 as a introductory offer. But I still think it's a little bit expensive. I don't like the whole fictionality thing so far, but we'll see maybe if in the inner city part of like the map or whatever, if it gets any good, because it's a decently big map, I suppose, or whatever. We'll hopefully get through it in the series of this game, and etc. Hopefully maybe people can make their own maps, maybe possibly with the Steam Workshop, I'm guessing, or if it's just mods and like objects and buses, then maybe not or whatever, but we shall see. Anyway, we'll get into the kind of nitty-gritty of building lines and stuff for this company, Qwerty Lines, in the next episode. You know, tell me again your thoughts in the comments down below. The shoutouts again go to CrazyStobart and Trains and Electric Buses. That's again CrazyStobart and Trains and Electric Buses. Those were their shoutouts. The links are down below. I'll see you guys in another episode of Bus Simulator 16 or another video. Take care and see you next time.
We ain't never giving up 'cause we ain't